All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. I appreciate everyone being here. Congratulations. All right, so tonight's subject is getting high blood pressure, getting the numbers right. I'm going to go deep in tonight. I'm going to go very deep in tonight. Make sure you get everyone on this call that you can. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Get everyone that you can on here. There's going to be a very important class, and you've not seen this before. Okay, so this is something that you've never seen. The average person has never seen what I'm going to share with you all tonight. So make sure you get everybody on. Get super excited. Looking forward to it. Let's have a good time together. Okay. So first of all, as I always like to do, I like to welcome everyone in. Subject for the evening, again, like I said, is high blood pressure, right? Getting your numbers straight, getting your numbers right. All right, very important. And so I want to always give a shout out to all the subscribers. We had new subscribers last night, which was great. We had 22 total new subscribers. Super excited about that. That was great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. 22 new subscribers, right? Or 8 new and 22 total, I'm sorry. And our goal is 1,000. So we're going to hit that 1,000. You're going to be surprised, but we're going to hit that 1,000. No question. So, next I want to definitely let you all know, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, because you can't answer any questions. You can't ask any questions, rather. You can't do anything without hitting the subscribe button, okay? And so it's extremely important that you do so. And so please make sure that you hit the subscribe button for us, okay? So again, that's going to be the subscribe button. Make sure you hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. All right, so our rules. The rules, make sure that you again subscribe in order to ask any questions, to be able to chat and put anything in the chat or anything like that. Day and time of the class is every day at 7 p.m. to be on this call. Again, like I said, get everybody on tonight. This is going to be a very high level class. It's going to be information that you've never seen before and that most people have never seen before, okay? But it's very important when it comes to dealing with your health. Extremely important. All right? Day and time of classes is every day at 7 p.m., like I said, Sunday through Friday. And then we are off on Saturday. All right. And then how to watch the replay. You just go to our Patreon, patreon.com/healthcare. It's all one word, no spaces. And go there and you will be able to join Patreon. You have to join it. You have to at least, to watch these replays, you at least have to join at the 7-day free trial level. Okay. And then from there, you will be able to watch those our content. Okay, very important. Now the next thing that I have to do is give you all the disclaimer. So hold please as we go through the disclaimer.
Disclaimer. The information contained in this video is intended as an information resource only and is not to be used or relied upon for any diagnostic or treatment purposes. The video's information does not create any patient-physician relationship. Dawid Yisrael makes no representations about the accuracy or suitability of this content, as scientific and medical information updates and changes daily as more substantial information is discovered. Dawid Yisrael and any business associated during this video shall not in any event be liable for any direct or indirect damages, losses, injuries, or liability whatsoever suffered as a result of your use or misuse of this video's content. Use of this video is at the viewer's sole risk.
All right, so now we're going to get third-party confirmation. I'm going to play a testimonial, and we're about to jump right into this class. Like I said, get everybody you know on this class. This is a very important class. If you miss it, I feel sorry for you, because this class is going to go through some things you've never, ever heard, you've never, ever seen before, okay? So, again, the replays, again, are on the Patreon. They are not on the YouTube. There's short clips on the YouTube for the most part, but they're not a full replay. So for the full replays, you need to go to patreon.com/health class, sign up for that, okay? So, again, with that, we move into the testimonial.
My name is BJ Moore, and I have also started the Walk with Dawei program. Okay, which means I'm finna walk with Dawei. This is gonna take me to the next level and the next journey in my life. Okay, what I got out of the class today, it was real, very helpful because one of the biggest fears was, what can I eat? How do I cook that? How do I prepare this? How do I can this nourish my body? He brought in samples today. So we was able to taste some of the food. We was able to get a massage. We was able to do a lot of things that turn around and what the mind is curious about. So I'm excited about this journey. And like everybody else said in the class, you are responsible for your own health. Absolutely. It's not the doctors. The doctors are here to turn around and make what? Money. Mm-hmm. They trade on the stock exchange, which means there is what? Investors. Investors want what? Profit. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is not for profit. This is for us. This is for our health. This is for our well-being. And not only are we just turning around and going through this class, he's teaching us, which means this is something that you can also pass down through generations. Your kids, your grandkids, teach them what to do and everything. And I'm just going to eat it on that because it's just I'm just excited about everything.
He been following. All right, so with that, with no further ado, we're going straight into the class today, okay? So this is a very important class. It's going to be super exciting. Get ready for it. It is blood pressure, and getting your numbers right, okay? This is going to be a very, as I stated before, important class, all right? And so I'm advising everyone to definitely make sure you take advantage of this class. Get everybody on share this information with others. It's key, very important. So the systolic number, and this is what we're going to be dealing with, okay? The systolic number, we're going to understand these numbers. So let's go back with blood pressure. What is blood pressure? Blood pressure is where your blood is trying to push through the arteries. However, it's more difficult than normal when you have high blood pressure, okay? High blood pressure is not a issue. It causes other issues, and there's no symptoms for high blood pressure until there has been an issue that has been caused, okay? So this is something that I want you to definitely understand and get, is that fact, okay? Because if you don't understand that, right, then you're going to have a problem. So we find out that high blood pressure, also known as hypertension, occurs when your blood pressure is consistently higher than normal. It can be serious if left untreated and increases your risk of heart disease, stroke, and other health problems. So it causes problems, right, that otherwise would not be there, okay? So this is very important to get. Now, what is the systolic number? This is the top number. When you have a blood pressure reading, it'll say something like 120 over 80 or 150 over 90 or something like that. When you get these numbers and these readings, the top number is what's called the systolic number. This number is going to tell you the pressure in your arteries when your heart beats. When it beats, that's when, right, when it's boom, boom, boom. That's the top number, which means the heart muscle contracts and pumps blood, okay? That's when that happens, then that is when it is, right, beating. It is pumping the blood. That's the top number. The bottom number represents the pressure in the arteries when your heart is at rest between the beats. Okay? So this is where it's at rest between the beats again. So this is very important here. Okay? This is the diastolic number. Okay? I want you to understand that. Now, here's something you might not have ever heard of before, called the spread. The spread is the difference between the systolic and diastolic number. Example, in a blood pressure reading of 120 over 80, the spread would be 40. Right? So 120 minus 80 equals 40. Right? This is called the spread. All right? It's very important that you get these key these key distinctions in the beginning, or definitions, and understand them in the beginning, because everything that we're gonna do is gonna be based on these numbers, on these definitions that I'm giving you. The spread differential is the difference between where your blood volume should be versus where it is. This number is usually congruent with the increase in pulse. So it says the difference between where your what? Blood volume should be. Now, why is that important, right? Let me see if anybody, if you're not able to tap in chat, just subscribe real quick on a YouTube so that you're able to do that. Okay, so just subscribe real quick so you're able to do that. But you should be able to do that. Okay, so make sure that you're subscribed so you can type in. But I want you to type in real quick. Why is it important? What does that have to do with, or why is it important when it talks about the difference between where your blood volume should be versus where it is? This is the spread differential, right? So what where your blood volume should be? What does that mean? Why is that important? This number is usually congruent with the increase in pulse, meaning it's 1-to-1. So where the spread differential goes up, the difference between in the spread differential, the pulse is going to go up by that same number. Okay? So this is very important to get. All right? So the formula: for every 3-point change in systolic pressure, the spread should go up or down by 1 point. And I'm going to really dig into that. But just remember, for every 3-point change in systolic pressure, and systolic pressure is what? The bottom or the top number? Which one? All right. Welcome. Welcome. Yes. Jerry, I'm glad you put something in the chat. Shalom. Yes. Peace, love, and light and healing. Absolutely. Peace, love, light, and healing. All right, so for every 3-point change in systolic pressure, the spread should go up or down by 1 point. Okay? This is extremely important to get right here. All right, because we're going to be using these formulas. Real blood pressure. The real blood pressure is the systolic and diastolic numbers as they should be based on the spread. How to calculate: take the spread differential and multiply by 150% of it, or 1.5. Add 18 to the systolic number. Okay, so you should not add 18. That's not true. Okay, that's not true. You're going to multiply by 150 or that 1.5, and then add that number, whatever answer you get, to the systolic number. I apologize for that. Or add the spread differential to the systolic number and then recalculate the formula until there's no addition to the ideal spread based on the numbers. And that's a little harder, but both of them, you're only going to be off by a point if you do it either which way. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be a major difference, right? So that's the easy way is the one I said: take the spread differential and multiply it by 1.5, and then add that to the systolic number. Okay, add that number to it. Not 18, but that number. Now, the next thing is average numbers. These are the average numbers we want to look at. So, according to the medical industry, these are the numbers that they use. So, what's wrong with average? Anyone put that in the chat. What's wrong with average? And can you all hear me? I want to make sure, because I want to put a 1 in the chat or a yes or something if you can hear me, because I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Please. All right, and how far behind you all are. I need to know that. So average numbers. Normal numbers are less than 120 and less than 80 diastolic, okay? So that's normal. 120 and less on the top number, and then 80 or less on the bottom number, okay? Now, elevated is 120 to 129 systolic, and then 80 on the diastolic. Okay, that's elevated. So if you're above 120, according to them, you are high. You're elevated, right? And if you're 80 and if you're at those numbers and your number is 80, then you're elevated. You're not high yet, according to them, but you're elevated. Stage 1, high blood pressure, according to the medical industry. 130 to 139 systolic and 80 to 89 diastolic. Now you're at stage 1, high blood pressure. Stage 2, high blood pressure is 140 or higher systolic or 90 or higher diastolic. Okay? And then hypertensive crisis, higher than 180 systolic or higher than 120 diastolic. Okay? I'm trying to see. Can you all hear me? I haven't had anybody put anything in the chat stating that they could hear me. Minus Jerry. So I want to make sure that can you all hear me? I want to make sure that. Are you able to hear me? You must subscribe in order to chat. So please subscribe. But can you hear me? Stage 2, high blood pressure. 140 or higher systolic. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, great. Okay, good. That's all I need to know. That's all. I'm good now. Stage 2, high blood pressure. 140 or higher systolic or 90 or higher diastolic. All right, this is stage 2. Hypertensive crisis, higher than 180 systolic or higher than 120 diastolic. Okay, I had my heart attack at stage 2 high blood pressure. I want you to understand, you don't have to be all the way up here to hypertensive crisis. You can get hit at any one of these levels because high blood pressure is constantly breaking down your system. All right. So now, next thing, good numbers. These are the numbers that we use. Normal is between 90 to 110. And I've got this from Lauren Lockman. So I'm not going to take credit for this, but his system works very well. And he's taught doctors as well as, they don't teach us in the medical industry, but he's taught doctors this as well as massive holistic doctors. So between 90 to 110, okay, this is where you're a good blood pressure, good numbers on the systolic, and then less than 71 on the diastolic, on the bottom number. Elevated is 111 to 119 systolic and more than 70 on the diastolic, right? Stage 1 high blood pressure will be 120 to 129 systolic and 71 to 79 diastolic, right? This would be high blood pressure here, okay? Then stage 2 high blood pressure 130 or higher systolic or 80 or higher diastolic. Now I asked a question and I want an answer from somebody. What is wrong with average? Why is average something we don't want to be? Hypertensive crisis, higher than 170 systolic or higher than 110 diastolic. So why would that be? Why would it be that's negative? And this is very important. A very important class in what I'm about to go through right now. But hopefully you all are paying close attention and getting exactly what it is I'm sharing. All right. So 120. I'm using this as we're going to do some examples. We're going to walk through some examples of these numbers, okay? So, example number 1. Ideal. This is okay, so this is the type. Is it ideal, not ideal? Welcome to my Patreon, where you might have come here from my YouTube or my Eventbrite where the videos expire within 30 days. Now you have access to my exclusive content forever once you join one of the tiers of my Patreon, okay? So we have the live stream health class, right, which you're going to get, but you're also going to get my on-demand health class. Remember, the health class is really 28 hours, but you in my live health class were able to receive 8 hours, 4 hours in session 1, 4 hours in the following session. You're also going to be able to get my ebook as well. So you can download my ebook, as well as those that saw me in person, you got a physical copy. You might have got it autographed, you might not. But however, you have a physical copy of my book as well. You got the live question and answers during my health class as well, and then the live chat during events. This whole health class portion is designed to give you the information necessary so that you can put the nutrients in your body that's going to allow your body to heal itself. Once you get your physical health in check, now it's time to move up a tier and get high with Daweed. Getting high with Daweed is basically a physical and mental, spiritual portion of the course. This is where you're going to receive my creation series, where you are able to create anything that you want in your environment, your space, or your reality whenever you want to. This is such a powerful course. I was actually watching it heal relationships, and I've seen people actually physically heal their bodies. Before I was doing the physical health class, they were physically healing their bodies with their mind. And so it's an extremely powerful course. It's an extremely powerful portion and tier of the course as well. And you get everything in tier 1, which is the physical health class, plus you get the Getting High with Daweed creation series, okay, as well. You're also going to get my daily meditation videos here, which are very important to watch, right? You can actually physically heal yourself with just body meditation. Okay, so you're going to get my spiritual meditation, my physical meditation, and my mind meditation videos inside of this tier. Now, once you do that, or even before that, if you have a serious chronic problem, or you're not able to understand and be able to physically heal yourself just by watching my videos, then you can walk with Daweed. And walking with Daweed is very important. This is for the serious only. And I put together a tailored health system just for you. You have access to me where you can call me, you can email me, you can talk to me, and I will, or Zoom with me face to face, therefore that I will be able to help you and walk you through your physical ailment, mental ailment, or spiritual ailment, and walk you through that process. This is extremely powerful because it's not just about feeling better, it's about feeling normal again like you did when you were a child. For the rest of more videos like these, you can join us at patreon.com/health class. Again, that's patreon.com/health class. And join one of our paid tiers. Any of them will do. And you join one of those tiers, you can watch the rest of these videos, as well as all the other videos that I produced, including my former health classes, which is 4 to 8 hours of information that can help you on your health journey to the top. All right. So I look forward to sharing that adventure with you. I look forward to seeing you at the top of your health